In the heart of the dense forest, an old abandoned cabin stood, its timbers rotting and windows boarded up. Legend had it that anyone who entered the cabin never came back. Despite the warnings, young and adventurous Jamie decided to spend a night there, eager to prove the stories were nothing more than folklore. As twilight fell, Jamie arrived at the cabin. The air was cold and damp, a chill that seemed to seep into the bones. He pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside, the wooden floor groaning under his weight. Dust swirled in the dim light from his flashlight, revealing cobwebs and broken furniture. The cabin seemed to hold its breath, as if waiting for him to do the same. Jamie set up his sleeping bag in the corner and began to explore. The silence was eerie, broken only by the occasional rustling of the wind outside. On a dusty shelf, he found an old journal, its pages yellowed and brittle. Curiosity piqued, he flipped through it, finding entries about a family who had lived in the cabin long ago. The last few pages, however, were scrawled in frantic handwriting, describing a growing sense of dread and the feeling of being watched. A shiver ran down Jamie's spine. He put the journal away and settled down for the night. But sleep was elusive. The cabin seemed to come alive in the darkness, with creaks and groans that felt too deliberate to be mere settling sounds. Jamie's flashlight flickered, casting unsettling shadows on the walls. Around midnight, he heard a noise, a soft, rhythmic thumping. It was coming from the attic. Gathering his courage, Jamie decided to investigate. He climbed the creaky stairs, the thumping growing louder with each step. At the attic door, he hesitated, then pushed it open. The attic was empty except for an old rocking chair in the center of the room, moving back and forth slowly as if someone had just left it. Jamie's heart raced. He was about to turn away when he noticed something peculiar. Scratched into the floorboards were the same frantic symbols from the journal. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind him. The room plunged into darkness, and Jamie felt a cold breath on his neck. Panic surged as he fumbled for his flashlight, but it was dead. The thumping grew louder, more erratic. In the pitch black, Jamie heard whispers all around him, their voices merging into a single chilling message. Welcome home. The next morning the forest was silent, and the cabin stood as it always had. Jamie was never seen again. The only thing found was his flashlight, lying in the attic, its beam pointing to an empty corner, where scratches marked a new addition.